Hello friends, I am Mrs. Jaya Subramaniam, founder of Happy Homemaker Tamil YouTube channel. I also have two other YouTube channels, Happy Homemaker Kolam and Happy Homemaker. So today we are going to see South India's famous Murukku recipe and a Suji Kesari recipe. So first we are going to see how to prepare Murukku. So Murukku is a traditional sweet that is, traditional snack that is done during Diwali. So it's mainly made with rice flour and urad dal. So for this we need to take 1 kg of rice, raw rice. For every 1 kg of raw rice, we have to add 200 grams of urad dal and 100 grams of fried gram dal. So add everything together, wash, clean it, dry it well, and then give it to the flour mill and get it ground. So that is how we normally do it. In case you don't have access to a flour mill, you can always do this using store-bought flour. So for that, you can take 5 cups of rice flour, 1 cup of urad dal flour, and half a cup of fried gram dal flour. You can buy fried gram dal, grind it in a mixer grinder, make it into a powder, sieve it nicely, and then add it. Whenever we are making anything with oil, deep frying, it is always better to sieve everything and take. And even the salt and the asafoetida, mix it well in water, dissolve, strain, and then add to the flour mix. Only then it will not burst. Sometimes if there are any dust particles, it might burst. So that's why we need to do that. So let's see how to prepare the dough for making murukku. So for this, I have taken 1 cup of rice flour. So today I am doing it with a very small quantity. So for every 1 cup of rice flour, raw rice flour, we add around 50 grams or in tablespoons, around 3 tablespoons of urad dal flour will do for this, and 1 tablespoon of fried gram dal flour. So I have ground everything, sieved and kept ready. So I'm adding everything together. So for 1 cup of rice flour, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of fried gram dal flour and around 3 tablespoons of urad dal flour. Now add salt to this, required salt. See to it that there are no salt in it. To this add half a teaspoon of cumin. Now some also add sesame seeds. So if you want, you can even add half teaspoon of sesame seeds. Add 2 pinches of asafoetida powder. And to this add 1 tablespoon of butter. So here I am adding 1 tablespoon of Amul butter. Now mix everything well and add water and prepare a dough. Now for this we need around 100 ml of water. Add it little by little and make a dough. The dough should be nice, soft and non-sticky, but it should not be very hard. If it is very hard, you will find it very difficult to press it. So I have already prepared the dough and filled it in a murukku maker. So this is the traditional murukku maker, and this is the traditional mold that we use for making murukku with 3 holes. Now in case you don't have this murukku maker, you can still make murukkus at home. You can use an oil cover, cut 1 corner of the oil cover, fill it with the dough, and then make like how we do jalebis, we can do murukkus. Or if you have a cake piping cone, you can use the nozzle with a plain round with no designs in it. You can fill it with dough and then start making murukkus. So here I have kept oil for frying. The oil should be kept in high heat, and then the oil should be really hot when you make murukkus. And murukkus will stay white and crisp when the temperature is very less. So you either do murukkus in the morning or in the evening, and when you are making in bulk, you're not supposed to knead everything together at the same time. You have to knead it little by little, otherwise the murukkus tend to become reddish in color. Now there are different variations that you can try for making murukku. You can add onion paste to this, or onion juice to this, or onion powder and make onion murukku. Or if you want a little bit of spice, you can add pepper and make pepper murukku, or red chili powder, or it's left to your imagination. You can add pudina, powdered pudina, or a juice of pudina or coriander or anything, palak. You can make palak murukku, or you can make pudina murukku or coriander murukku. the it's amazing how many varieties of murukku you can do with this. So then while kneading, you should take care not to knead it very watery or very hard. Otherwise, you'll find it very difficult to press it. Now the oil is getting hot. The oil should be really hot for this. So for those of you who have joined late, I'm Jaya Subramaniam, founder of Happy Homemaker Tamil YouTube channel. So today we are making traditional South Indian murukku. Murukku is made with rice flour, urad dal flour, and today I've also added a little bit of fried gram dal. So this fried gram dal powder gives a nice crispy and golden color to the murukku. So that's why I've added that. So for every 5 cups of rice flour, 1 cup of urad dal flour and half a cup of fried gram dal flour. So to that you add required salt, 2 pinches of asafoetida, half a teaspoon of cumin and 1 tablespoon of butter. Mix everything together to a smooth and non-sticky dough. Fill it in a murukku maker and start making murukku. Now the oil is really hot. Let's start making murukkus. Now when if you can press directly to the hot oil. Now if you're not very confident about making it in hot oil, you can always take a spatula, revert it and then make murukkus in there and then lower it inside the oil. But if you make the murukku directly to the hot oil, it turns really crisp and it doesn't become soggy soon. If you make murukku and keep it, you can keep it, store it in a dry container up to 15 days. It tastes really good, crisp. It's a very healthy snack, protein-rich snack with urad dal and rice flour. So after a few minutes, turn to the other side. Maintain the heat in medium-high throughout. Now once the murukkus are done, the bubbles will cease to exist and you will not hear any sound like this. So that is the indication that the murukkus are crisp and ready. Now we can see that the bubbles have come down and the sound also has come down. So this is the indication for us to remove it from heat. So here our tasty crispy murukku is ready. Drain it and keep it in a plate. So you can do the same thing with the rest of the batter.
Hansa Kalyan, why don't you show the ingredients like other cooking videos?
Why don't you?
Show the ingredients like other cooking videos.
I have already shown everything. Once the live is over, you can go back and see all the ingredients. I've already shown them. I think you've joined late.
Hello, repeat the ingredients once again.
Okay, so if you're taking 1 cup of raw rice flour, add around 3 tablespoons of urad dal flour and 1 tablespoon of fried gram dal flour, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 pinches of asafoetida, required salt and 1 tablespoon of butter. And this requires around 100 ml of water. Knead everything to a smooth and non-sticky pliable dough. So that's it. If you're making it in bulk, for every 1 kg of rice, take 200 grams of urad dal and 100 grams of fried gram dal. If you're taking in cups, if you want to measure in cups, for every 5 cups of rice flour, take 1 cup of urad dal flour and half a cup of fried gram dal flour. So for that you need to take 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 2.5 tablespoons of butter if you're taking 5 cups or 1 kg. So here our murukus are ready. It's a very easy snack to make. You can mix the flour in bulk, and you can even do it as a tea time snack, taking 1 or 2 cups of flour.
Renu is asking for 1 cup of rice flour. How much did you take?
For 1 cup of rice flour, 50 grams or 3 tablespoons of urad dal flour and 1 tablespoon of fried gram dal flour, quarter teaspoon of salt, or you can take it as you require, 2 pinches of asafoetida, 1 tablespoon of butter and 100 ml of water roughly. So if you take 1 cup of rice flour, you will get around 9 to 10 murukus. Ensure that you sieve all the flours. The asafoetida or the salt does not contain any salt or dust particles, otherwise it will burst when you drop it in the oil. Traditionally, coconut oil or groundnut oil is used to fry. You can use any oil of your choice. Now, in case you don't want to add butter, you can add 1 tablespoon of hot oil to the flour and then knead it into a dough.
There's a suggestion saying that don't use fabric under flame, it's risky.
Okay, I'll be careful next time.
Show ingredients separately, Usha Ramanan.
I think you've come late. I've already shown all the ingredients, mixing everything. Once the live is over, you can go back and see that. So our murukus are done and ready. So next we'll move on to kesari. So kesari is another very simple sweet that we usually make at home. It's usually made when the bride is visited for the first time by the groom's family before marriage. So for this we need suji. It's very simple, very quick to make. So I have kept the kadai. So to this we are going to add 1 tablespoon of ghee. So here I am adding Amul ghee. Now to this I am adding around 6 to 7 cashews. You can break it and add it. Fry it well till it is golden and take it out and keep it. We are going to add for garnishing only at the end. So while this cashews are frying, let us see what are the ingredients. Here I have half a cup of suji or rava or semolina. So for half a cup of suji, you take around 1.5 cups of sugar. Now since I am going to add condensed milk, I have reduced the quantity of sugar. If you are a sweet lover and if you have a sweet tooth, go for 3 times the quantity of suji. So for this, how much ever suji you're taking, you have to take 3 times the quantity of liquid. So here I have taken 1 cup of milk and half a cup of water. So, and you need a pinch of salt. Now, any sugar dish, when you add a pinch of salt, it enhances the taste of sugar. So, we are adding a pinch of salt also to this. Now, traditionally, cardamom powder is added for the flavor. I'm making it with a slight twist today. So, I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence and half tin of Amul condensed milk. So it's around 100 grams of condensed milk. So once the cashews are golden, we can take it out and reserve for using later. So the cashews are fried and ready. I'm going to reserve it. You can even add dried grapes or kismis. Now to the same ghee, add this half cup of suji and roast it well. Keep it in a low flame. We don't want the color to change. You only want it to get it fried nicely, and it should turn aromatic. So if you want to make it even quick, real quick, in another stove, you can heat the liquid and keep it ready, and you can add it as soon as it is fried. If you are using roasted rava, then there is no need to fry it at all. You can use it as such. Now fry rava like this, nice and aromatic. There's no color change, but still it is nice aromatic here. So to this, add a pinch of salt and the liquid. So here I'm adding 1 cup of Amul milk here. And half a cup of water. Mix it well, so that there are no lumps in it. So the usual ratio for making this is, if you take half a cup of suji, you take 1.5 cups of sugar and 1.5 cups of liquid. You can either substitute it with milk, or you can even prepare it with water. Today I have taken water as well as milk. So for half a cup of suji, I have taken 1 cup of milk, half a cup of water, and I'm going to add a little less than 1.5 cups of sugar. If you want a little color in it, you can always add saffron to this. Keep it in medium heat, cover and cook for around 2 to 3 minutes. It will be ready. So meanwhile, let's recap. So for half a cup of suji, I have taken 1.5 cups of liquid. So here I've taken 1 cup of milk and half a cup of water. So for this I'm going to add a little less than 1.5 cups of sugar and half a tin of condensed milk or 100 grams of condensed milk. I've taken Amul here. This requires around quarter cup of ghee. Be very lavish in adding ghee to this dish. It tastes really amazing. So don't reduce the quantity of ghee. Let's mix it once in between. I've also added a pinch of salt to it. Pinch of salt always enhances the taste of any sweet dish. Before sugar is added, we need to ensure that the rava is well cooked. Rava or semolina or suji is well cooked. Otherwise, the rava will not get cooked up if you add sugar. You can add fruit pieces to this. So you can make pineapple kesari or mango kesari or tutti frutti kesari, strawberry kesari. So there are so many variations to the same kesari. So now you can see that the rava is well cooked. It is moving around as a single mass. So this is the stage for us to add sugar.
Can we take only milk?
Yes, you can take only milk. It will be very rich and tasty. So I'm adding sugar.
Repeat the recipe of murku. I just joined.
Okay. Now once you add the sugar, this mix will turn a little bit watery and then it will start to solidify. Mix well. So you can see that the mix is turning a little bit runny. Mix it well. So you will see that it will start to thicken again. So keep stirring until it becomes thick again. So I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of ghee. You can add up to quarter cup of ghee in this. So you can see that it becomes thicker again. Now you can see that the mass has absorbed all the ghee inside. Now once it is done, it will start oozing out all the ghee again. So you can see that it has become thick again. Now in this stage, add the 100 grams of condensed milk or half a tin. Mix well.
Priyanka Mathur. I'm a blogger and continuously eye on such talented home chefs.
Thank you. So now you can see that it is thick. I'm going to add another tablespoon of ghee. So you can see that it is starting to ooze out ghee. So this is the stage that it is done and we can switch off. So before switching off, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence, anything, whatever you have you can add. So I'm going to switch off. Add the cashews that we have already fried and kept ready. Mix it well. You can even add 1 or 2 tablespoons of hot chocolate or cocoa powder and make it like a chocolate kesari. So you have different options available. So soft and creamy rava kesari is ready. Now once it cools a little bit, you can garnish it with chocolates. So here I have taken Amul dark chocolate. I have cut it into small pieces. I'm going to add it once it is a little bit cool. So we can plate it now. Just adding the fried cashews on top. I'm also adding the chocolate pieces. The condensed milk and the chocolate goes really well. Try it out once. Thank you. So here we have our murku and kesari ready within half an hour. So for some of you who had asked for a recap, for murku, I have taken 1 cup of rice flour, 3 tablespoons of urad dal flour and 1 tablespoon of gram dal flour. To that I have added a pinch of asafoetida, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, a pinch of salt according to your taste you can add it, and roughly 100 ml of water along with a tablespoon of butter. Mix everything together into a soft and smooth dough. Add it to the chakli or the murku mold and make it in hot oil. Prepare murkus in the hot oil. And for kesari, I have taken half a cup of suji or semolina or rava, To that I have added roughly 1.5 cups of sugar and 1.5 cups of liquid. So for the liquid part, I took 1 part of milk and half a part of water. I've also added 100 grams of condensed milk, a little bit of salt to enhance the flavor of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So first I took 6 to 7 cashews, broken cashews. I fried in ghee, kept it aside. Then to the same ghee, I added the half cup of rava, roasted it till it became aromatic. To that, I added the 1.5 cups of water plus milk, a bit of salt, cooked it till it became soft, and then I added 1.5 cups of sugar. As soon as you add sugar, it becomes a little watery and gooey. Keep stirring until it becomes thick once again. Add 1 or 2 tablespoons of ghee in between. This recipe requires about 1/4 cup of ghee, so keep adding in between. And then once it is done, add 100 grams or half a small tin of condensed milk to it. Mix it well. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Mix it well, switch off, and once it cools down a little bit, add dark chocolate pieces to it. So it tastes really good with that combination. So
There's one request. Show the kesari, not visible.
okay. Is it visible now? I have not added any color. So in case you want to add color, you can add saffron, or you can even add grated beetroot or a little bit of carrot juice. Traditionally, kesari is done in an orange color by adding orange food color. Since it's chemical, I've not added it. So I hope you liked both these recipes. I will give you the recipe below the video, so you can refer it anytime you want. Thank you so much for joining us in this live. This is Jaya Subramaniam from Happy Homemaker Tamil YouTube channel signing off. Bye.